which I would imagine we're going to see a lot of clean racing here at Kansas. This race, by the way, 100 laps, 150 miles, and they are calling this race Tide 150 CRN. That's the official title for this race, Tide 150. And it looks like we're going to give them a couple seconds to get gridding here. And then here,
I'll let you run through the grid, but I want to say this real quick. It is ironic. It's a CRN race, and the CRN guy is stuck on the road and can't be here right now.
So this is not the CRN until the CRN guy gets here. So this is the J Stan starting lineup here. Row 1, Ryan Bay starts P1 here, and Devin West in the 5 will start in second. Row 2, we're going to find Hunter Crum in the 17, Dan West Jr. in the 55 and 4th. Row 3 and 5th will be the 44 at Dennis Moore. 2's outside in 6th, the number 22 of Ryan Gormley. Row 4 and 7th will be Brett Johnson in car number 7. 8th place to the outside, the 46 of Sean Breitzman. Row 5 is going to be Ryan Bloom in the 25 and 9th. And 10th place will be Troy Daggett in the 99. Row 6, Jeff Stabnow in the 24. In 12th place, Kyler Hope in the 13. Row 7 and P13 is Paul Newton. 2 is outside in 14th, the 77, Frank Harris. Row 8 and 15th, Brian Barnes in car number 4. Chance Crum in the 83, going to be starting in 16th. Row 9, Ron Hunter in car number 30. Stephen Paulson in the 58 is in 18th place. 19th will be Tyler King in the 21. In your 20th place starting driver, James Vining in the triple threes. Row 11, 21st place, John Ottenbacher. Jason Leake in the 50 in 22nd. 23rd in row 12 is Kenneth Garber in the 94. 24th place, 19, Chris White. Row 13, 25th is Ray Partridge in the 08. Bryce Clark in the 93 starting in 26th. Row 14 and 27th is Scott Hutchison in the 91. Carl Burke in the 53 and 28th. And I do believe, the last car in the field, 29 entries, the 07 of Dana Rogers. There we go. We're going to take one pace lap around this track. The pace car will dip down pit road. These guys are going to light up these cars around this track. And we're gonna scatter this field early, top, bottom. What's the right lane choice? Who knows? We're going to find out here shortly.
Yeah, my best guess as to which one's the best is whichever one puts you in victory lane. I always pick that choice. Who's the winner? First one to cross the line. I cheated a little bit, so.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong one bit. That is the most correct answer. Whatever one puts you in victory lane. Now, how do you pick that lane? How do you know? This is a new car track combo. Do you have any insight on that?
I say I was checking a message from our other announcer. I would say the best line is watch the leader and see where he goes, and then you got to go around him. So the opposite of where the leader is we're taking the green.
There we go. Ryan Bay, the 29 car. Out of the cars, 29 is the number. That's your leader. That's how many cars are in the field. Green flag is out. They're off into turn number 1. They're already 3 wide, at least trying to. The 55 went up high early. That did not work for him. He's going to pay off. And now back to about 6th or 7th there. There's Ryan Bay. Takes a 1 car length advantage over the 17, who's roaring on the inside. He's going to try to go side by side here. Hunter Crum looking for the lead. Not going to be able to do it. The 29, Ryan Bay, is going to get a great run off of turn number 4. Exit, scattering 3 wide all over the place like a Pocono restart here at Kansas. Turn 1, half the cars to the top, half the cars to the bottom. Mid lane seems to not be the way early on in this top 10. As we're on now the number 5. This is Devin West, P5 right now, already 2 spots down from where he started. Oh, Brett Johnson, the 5. Going down pit road early, lap number 2.
Yeah, he actually just looked. He has a black flag. I would assume passing on the start would be the only thing he could possibly have gotten it for. But yeah, he has a black flag, so he's coming down to serve that.
Yep. So starting in first or second place, iRacing has that new coding system on restarts that was implemented, not this past latest big update, but the one prior to that, where they kind of time your speed, and if you jump the start, they will black flag you. And it's a very, very sensitive, strict code. If you're off just a few miles an hour and you pass the leader, you are deemed jumping the start, and that's exactly what Devin West in the 5 has done. So now he's going to have to hope for that caution early, as he's currently still on the lead lap, but he is a whopping, my scoring is a little off there. I think he's like minus 20 some seconds, so he's supposed to be in a lap down already. As we're going to cycle to the leader, let's see how far he is. Here's number 5 in turn 1 now. Let's see if we can get a camera shot of number 29, Ryan Bay.
And we're going him. Sorry, we're getting.
There we
Wesley's
go.
telling us we don't have audio on YouTube, so.
We are just chatting it up with no one listening, apparently. But we're going to keep going. I'm going to focus on the talking. We're going to have to see if Charles can focus on the volumes. See, and I can kind of monitor that myself at the same time. So Wesley and myself will both partake in the audio quality control.
Yeah, we'll
and
definitely.
I'm hearing it live
on
YouTube now. I'm hearing it live, so I think it's something on Wesley's end. So
yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking because it's going out the master volume. So maybe Wesley, if you can't hear us apparently, but get your car fixed. I don't want to announce, but I will. While he's away, we'll get it fixed. But maybe his car is not the only thing broken.
Yeah, there's a lot of things broken. Audio, physicality, the seatbelt light. It's all on. F1 and NASCAR Fanatic 2025 on the YouTube chat says, any ARCA brakes expected? Well, yes. Anytime you're in an ARCA car, just expect it. I would say it's probably the best bet there. Then Nick Dettlesfin on YouTube also says, not sure YouTube has audio, so we are live on everyone except for Wesley. Wesley, get in the groove.
Yeah, and the thing is, as I'll come back to talking with you, is we could tell him to unmute his phone, but he wouldn't hear us tell him to unmute his phone.
That's also true.
I'm not sure how we would get to that as we get back to some racing, though. I'm very much happy here compared to the truck race, the Premier Series, obviously. A wild start to that race. Very much calm here for the cars, which I'm good for. We're going to expect those cautions. We got to pay the bills with commercials, but a very good start here to this race as we got to battle for the lead as well.
1700 Chrome on the inside. 29 Ryan Bay still liking to take the top lane. It is faster on the top, yes, but it comes at the expense of tire wear. iRacing, it's just speed plus turn of the wheel equals tire wear with heat. So right now Hunter Crum is trying, and he will get there if the 29 continues to run the outside, as we're on lap number 10 right now. He's chasing him on the outside, looking out the 55, the 22.83. This is 3rd through 5th. Really having a strong battle right now behind your 2 race leaders. Here comes the 55. He's going to dive it in. Dan West, does he get the spot? He has it. Is he going to get the 2 for 1? That's going to be awesome if he does. Does not get the exit like he wanted. At the line, the 17 barely edges out the 55. That time around, 55 P3. And now back on the outside of the charge from the 22, Ryan Gormley. He's going to maybe get past here. Oh, the 83 Crum side by side. No, they're still going to race it out here into turn 3.
So as we're watching this great battle going on here with really for the top 5, if you want to be honest, we will confirm Wesley said he is getting ready to connect now, and his TV or phone or whatever it was showing that it was on, or not showing it was on mute, but it was on mute. So we stand with our valid point. His car was not the only thing that might be broken tonight. Apparently his TV is too.
Wesley Allen himself is broken here on this fine Thursday evening. He said he's connecting, so we might hear his voice popping at any time. So don't be surprised if you hear that. And once you do, Charles Wooten will be muting his mic instantaneously. Oh, scattering across the front straight. I'm not sure what Dennis Moore was doing right there. A little up and down the tri over here at Kansas on lap number 13. And F1 NASCAR Fanatics 2025 on YouTube is the Chance Crum who is racing the same, or is the someone who runs dirt midgets in real life? Well, Charles, do you have an idea on that? Because I actually don't know.
I'm not sure on that either. I believe I can't remember who the guy was that was Wesley's friend that worked at Flow. But if we have a chance, I'll definitely talk to him. If he's in a place where we can during a caution, I will definitely jump down there and ask him if he runs midgets. Are we? I assume we're talking about like Power Ride midgets. Obviously, there could be other sanctioning bodies, but Power Ride being the only one I am familiar with. Well, and Wesley is apparently got an obsession with some fingers. And he's coming to join us.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to rotate over to his car real quick, that's got to be him, because he's got the same sponsor on the car, Elevate, as the real life ChanceCrumRacing.com has. That's his sponsor in real life. That's his sponsor.
It is
Chance.
Chance
It's
Crum.
got to be the same. And there it is, Wesley Outland.
And Wesley has
words yes, it is.
My question for you, Wesley, before I go mute, of course, is was the pizza worth it?
Don't even start with me. Was the pizza worth it? I haven't even had a chance to eat it yet.
Oh, so you didn't even get to eat the pizza, and then you're caught, man. So your TV broke, your phone broke.
I've had car issues this week. The friggin' TV would not, like, it kept saying that it was playing volume at 70%. It was muted. I didn't know it was muted. It didn't have a mute on the TV. I had to cut it off manually and start it over. Oh, it's been a week. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, if it helps Wesley.
And if there's any insult to injury this week for race announcing, it's supposed to storm all weekend.
Well,
so
if it helps you any, it has been storming all week here. And this morning I woke up and I was getting vMix ready to get the broadcast stuff set up. I opened vMix. It comes to a default blank profile, and I thought I hit open, and I hit save and saved over the entire profile for the broadcast and had to rebuild the broadcast for tonight's show.
Wow. So that's why I got an email link with a new vMix. Did you get one too, Jeremy Stanley? Hey, by the way, good evening, my friend. Thank you for coming for me.
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, technically, I covered for you. Well, I guess I did too.
Rails,
I had some lead practice. I do leading twice a week on my other broadcast channel, and so I'm used to this, man. But I appreciate you for at least making the effort to come in instead of being like some coworkers you might work with that I'm a half hour late, so I just got to stay home all day. So I appreciate.
I would never do that to you, my friend. I always enjoy working with the amazing group of iRacing and the LSRTV family, and you can ask Charles many a day. I've called races in my car at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've drove to the mall parking lot to connect to county city Wi-Fi if I had to, if the internet or something went wrong at the house. So
he is
the dedication that I have, definitely.
We've done broadcasts
the
from
achievement award will go to Wesley Outland when I retire.
Yes.
What'd you say, Charles?
We have done broadcasts from tracks. We've done them from McDonald's, Starbucks. We've done them from just about every parking lot you can imagine. We've done them from the track parking lot. I remember because he was broadcasting from his car at a racetrack, and people are looking in his window like he's crazy, yelling at a race.
You remember that was the first time that we did a LSRTV Big 51. It was the Martin Blake Morris Memorial Race for his son.
So
that passed away because of COVID.
Just picture him yelling about a race in a car and people staring at him trying to figure out what he's doing.
At a racetrack in the pit area. Yeah. Anyhow, we welcome you to the next round of the Northwest Racing Series and ARCA. And right now we're 20 laps in. And Jeremy, there really ain't been nothing change except for Mr. Crum being up in front. Chance Crum leading.
I was curious how this race is going to play out. These cars have a lot of grip, a lot of power. They're new to the service. I know they haven't been on a lot of tracks, this one included. So A lot of high side, a lot of inside, a lot of pack style racing. These spoilers are so large. These cars are very dependent on aero, and it is showing. And I look at this. This is for 22 laps in, and these guys look like they just hit the restart button. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's just great Kansas racing. Always produces.
And no caution yet, so that's a good thing as well, right?
Yeah,
We're about to be a quarter of the way through. About to be 25 laps into this race. Obviously, I think I said Chance Crum. My apologies. That's Chance Crum in the 83. Hunter Crum is in the 17, followed by Dan West Jr. Is that the LSRTV number 7 car? What that beautiful looking car? Brett Johnson, I like it. Looks good.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Changing things up, man.
And by the way, for the folks that can hear me out there now, I think, Wesley, I may have been the one that caused your car to break down.
Why? What'd
Breaking
you do?
news.
So
Charles Wooten.
So in the process of rebuilding this, the two things I didn't get in was I've got to find the CRN commercial. And it's on a hard drive somewhere, and I don't have the radio thing. So because you broke down, we're not on the radio. So that saved me. I think.
We're on the radio now.
Oh,
we're on the radio now. All I had to do was click a button. What are you talking about? You know I'm ahead of the game, brother.
Well,
We'll
but your car wasn't.
We'll just have 10 seconds of dead air.
Okay, well, there you go.
Breaking news.
We'll have
Charles
10
Wooten
seconds
sabotaging
of
his own broadcaster.
How about that, Jeremy? Absolutely. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I can't believe you ain't found it yet. Really? The new commercial, the one that I spent all my time and energy doing, that you edited.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
boy.
said the time he spent on it. That's what
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna
Not
spit.
spent.
Oh wow! Hey, look at this, guys. The Blizzard car. That's Sean Brightsman up
cow.
the middle. Three wide for a minute. Look at this. Great racing here at Kansas. Mile and a half. And Brightsman now. By the way, we missed you on Monday. He didn't race Monday at the Chicago where we were Monday night, but he's here tonight. Oh, some chicken. Maybe I should have got chicken instead of Domino's, Jeremy.
I mean, either way, the car would be running on grease, so I don't know if that was the right or wrong choice. Oh, here we go. 13.
Oh, we got trouble.
First wreck of the night on lap 28 to 13. Mr. Kyler Hope.
Oh, that's
He's
our
in
buddy
the grass.
Kyler Hope. He is a producer for the Flow Racing. If people did not know, Kyler Hope from up at
Kyler.
Washington State.
Whose car designer, well, he dropped the grease on the track entering in, and there you go. That's
I dropped
how
a
that
chicken
happens,
leg on
but
the track. That's what happened. Yeah, dropped a chicken leg.
These guys need to get headlights on their right front nose of their Chevrolets here. iRacing has updated that thing. Time to slap them on. There's no excuse. If I could drop a shameless plug, if I get the okay to do that, I will. But yes, I actually have my own painting website too, which I paint for a lot of team cars, a lot of free work, but I also do some custom race work at Nerd Wraps. That'd be nerditudes.gg/nerdwrap. Or no, sorry, nerdwraps.nerditudes.gg. So hit me up on that. Yeah, it took me a second. It was one link and then it switched to another. So there it is.
Yeah.
I will hit you up with them. Give you a great looking race car.
Well, it flips upside down. If Brightsman flips over, it'll show the sponsor, correctly. Oh, it's all promotion.
You know, I live in Florida on the East Coast, and I drive myself to the West Coast to Orlando, through it anyways, and there is a fun spot for kids. Their signs are upside down. They also have an AAMCO with their sign upside down. It's just a thing. I don't get it. Like, I guess it catches your eye for a second, but then who cares? People know what a DQ Blizzard is, all right?
Whataburger has a great milkshake. If you ever go to the Midwest or
So,
the
so
deep
we're
south,
going to poll our people out on the
Whataburger.
Facebook
Oh, my
side, or a
goodness.
Facebook,
I
YouTube
love
side.
Whataburger.
So for the ones listening on the radio and on YouTube who can comment, here's a question. Okay, you've had Dairy Queen, correct, Jeremy?
Absolutely.
Okay, when you go in Dairy Queen, what all do they serve?
Well, the
That's
blizzard
correct.
is. Oh, we got the Ryan Bloom. Hold on, we're gonna take that second there. Ryan Bloom cutting the grass here on the trial for the second time. Someone's out there mowing the grass. He just enters the track.
Ironically,
But,
somebody's cutting the grass, and we show the John Deere car, Frank Harris.
Wow.
Caution did not come out, so
Not the
Whoa.
person who's wrecking. No, the lawn service care machinery, number 77. But
all right,
DQ
Charles, don't
Blizzard,
lose us. What are you
number
talking about?
one.
What are we getting back to?
Okay, so when you go to Dairy Queen, what all do they serve there?
Ice cream, and then like your standard fast food. So I think they have
Okay.
a cheeseburger, and I think they have French fries.
And that's what well, I've talked to several people as we're gonna go to some other battles real quick. But our Dairy Queens are that way too. They have hamburgers, chicken fingers, steak fingers, stuff like that. But I've heard a lot of people have Dairy Queens that only have ice cream and cakes. So I was curious which one yours had.
Mine has both. And it's a half hour away at Cocoa Beach.
So my Dairy Queen, it has also a place where you can actually get cakes as well. So yeah. They have the fast food restaurant, but they also have it where you can get cakes and stuff. But I'm telling you though, hands down, Whataburger has the best milkshakes, hands down. I'm calling it. I mean, dude, you pay what?
I've never had a Whataburger milkshake.
Oh my goodness, man! Get a Whataburger milkshake.
I
Me and
love
Jackie were
Whataburger.
talking about it the other day. Get a large, Jeremy. And how you get like one of the biggie soda cups that they have? They put the milkshake in a cup that big. It's delicious.
Well,
$5.
Well, I'm 3 hours away from one. Next time I'm in town, every time I'm driving by one, I'm stopping by it. It doesn't matter. So next time I do, definitely will take your word for it.
Charles knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Charles? Whataburger. Okay, I'm singing Whataburger.
And, American Idol non-contestant Wesley Outland out here, giving the microphone the business.
I'm gonna give that pizza the business when I get off the air. Just telling you. Because I don't eat while I'm on the air. You know that, Charles. It's unprofessional. Our cup of coffee.
Listen, we've already booted him
Down
once.
the racetrack.
We don't need a second.
Garber and Crumb for third.
Can we get some appreciation?
Just
We've already called out these red cars, but can we appreciate the 333 and the 24's spec red chrome on these things?
I love it.
Like,
It
look
got
at the glow
KFC on
the
it
nose
too.
of this
Look at that. I
car.
love it. Yes.
Like, it is
Finger
it's a
licking good.
Beautiful red.
It is a beautiful red. It is. It's nice.
Just look at that glow. Oh my gosh.
It really is. It's a beautiful color. I like it. It's like a chrome. Ain't that our buddy, the Catman, James Viney?
That is James
I'm
Ryan.
the Catman.
Yeah, he maximum chrome, made that flat as possible. Spec mapping is kind of difficult to get that chrome down. And he's got the
I love
flat
it,
black,
changing
so
things up,
opposite
man.
spec map effect here. He's got a flat black going. Very basic, but it gets the point across.
Changing up the colors. I like it, right? Here comes Bay. Bay under attack, by the way. Bay has already been really well. Ryan Bay in that number 29. Got a couple of Chevrolets. 3 Chevrolets in the top 3. Dennis Moore is the third one. We might have a 3-car battle for the lead now as we are quickly approaching the halfway mark of this race. Just 21 minutes into it, Jeremy, and we are already on lap number 40. Wow.
It's kind of impressive, man. I got a quick question here, though, on YouTube.
Yeah.
FF Dad says, "Hi, guys. Sucks I missed the race tonight." Do we know who FF Dad is? Or FF Dad, if you're still listening.
Firefighter Dad, isn't that oh my goodness, isn't that is that Toby? No, not Toby Ritters. Is it Onenbacher? No, Onenbacher's racing tonight. Who are we missing? Who's FF Dad? Identify yourself, FF Dad.
You didn't miss it. You didn't miss the broadcast.
Identify
though, so
yourself.
you wouldn't be commenting.
Exactly.
Who's the driver behind the video?
At least he has some kind of a nice logo that says FF Dad. And yes, Formula One and NASCAR Fanatic is right. Chance Crum is the guy. It is the one that runs Dirt Midgets IRL. Mike Knott, number 80. Okay, Mike Knott. One of our newest drivers on the ARCA Northwest Series. That's who it was, Mike Knott.
It Mike or Mike not be him?
Oh, I love how you put that. That was perfect.
Oh man, wreck, huge wreck. 17, Hunter Crum, the second fastest car in qualifying with Dennis Bloom. Still
Dennis
no
Moore's
caution. Did they turn the
sideways.
cautions
Wow, no
off?
caution yet.
That was a. Do we have that on replay? I want to see the 17. It almost looked like he just crossed over the 44's nose, but we're going to just verify that here. Here we are, half a lap prior. 17 to slide up the track. And yeah, just ran out of real estate. Tags the 44, hits the wall, bounces back down to the 17. Crum. The magical bumper reappears, but yeah, that's heavy contact for both these guys. Really fast cars inside the top 10 all night long, almost halfway in, coming up to their first pit stops and probably their only pit stops. And now they're going to go multiple laps down for repairs.
This is the ARCA Northwest Racing Series on iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network. Wesley Outland here with you. Jeremy Stanley as well. Charles Wooten is pushing the buttons and jumping in on commentary, talking about milkshakes and whatnot. There's Jeff Stabnow. Stabnow in the top 10. He's currently at 8th. By the way, quick reminder, we are taking off next Monday and Thursday. What are we going to do with ourselves, Jeremy? A whole week off.
Well, I know I have 2 iRacing broadcasts I got to attend to next week. Do I do? No, I have one. I have one broadcast, one race, and some paint jobs to paint up. So I'm staying busy over here. But
Okay.
this the late stuff, I'm just going to catch some extra sleep. I think that's my plan.
There you go. So now
Charles
we're being
Wood
told
knows.
we were going to be off any damn way. So,
Yeah,
pardon my
for
language,
the
we're going to be off
YouTube
anyway.
listeners, YouTube's like, why was there a pause there? Charles wouldn't say, we weren't going to be here anyways. Doesn't matter. But at least we won't miss the coverage of the ARCA series. That's a positive note. Because they're going to
Very true.
naturally have a week
You're
off.
You're not going to miss anything, actually. Just go to, obviously, LSRTV, Dan Lisa, or Sim Racer Hub, actually. My apologies, Sim Racer Hub. And don't forget the series will be back in action on May 8th. That'll be on Thursday night, May the 8th. And, hey, we're going to Charlotte. Charlotte, Michigan, 5 Flags, the next 3 weeks of racing. How about that?
5 Flags would be fun.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll do that one because we didn't do the short track race at Kern County last week. Won by Chance Crum,
Right.
by the way.
Well, nope. First pit stop just before the halfway mark. This is going to not be good because if he can't make 50 laps, he's going to have to come down a second time. Troy Daggett, 99, on pit road. If these guys can go 2 more laps, they can make it to the halfway mark. So, this is going to be not. Troy's going to have to figure out some field mileage if he's going to make it to the end on one or the only stop here.
Yeah, I'm just blown away that we're literally closing in on the halfway mark of this race, Jeremy. I mean, it's literally flew by quickly with the drop of the green. I mean,
Yeah, no kidding, right? We jumped in 11 o'clock, almost live. And, we had 4 minutes of qualifying, 5 minutes, and then now we're live. So, yeah, it's been, less than a half hour. Who did? Chris White heard reports. Kyler Hope, black flag apparently. I didn't see him come down pit road.
What did Kyler do, man? Y'all leave Kyler alone.
Kyler Hope.
Spaghetti-o. There you go.
Mike Knott says he's excited for the Winter Derby and the Super Lates, or at least for Five Flags here in the ARCA series, because he's raced in the Winter Derby. You know, I've done one league race at Five Flags, and oddly enough, it was in the Next Gen Cup car. Don't ask us how or why we ended up Five Flags in the Cup car. And let me tell you, that was the loosest setup, and no one knew how to drive it. And so my league experience at Five Flags has been atrocious, but I'm sure the guys here in the Thursday ARCA series is going to put on a way better show than we did.
So we got more pit stops happening. Here comes the 4 hitting pit road. Watching all these guys come in. Here goes the number 4, Brian Barnes. Remember, Barnes actually in the 4, a former Northwest Cup Series champion. But no, man, to answer your question, I actually did a broadcast for the Snowball Derby in real life, but obviously the virtual one. And we did super late models on Five Flags Speedway. It blows me away, just the blueprint technology, the way that it looks so real. We always cover the NASCAR or the ARCA, the truck stuff on LSRTV, but I'm telling you, even the late models to the modified cars, they look so realistic on iRacing. It's just phenomenal. Me and a guy was talking about this the other day at the racetrack, Jeremy, and it's honestly true fact. The literally footprint to make it to the next level in motorsports, it is through iRacing. Every simulation company, every racing team in Race City, USA, of NASCAR, ARCA, you name it, they're going through iRacing simulation to get figured out with the track, to get acquainted with the cars. It blows me away, but it's honestly what we have now.
And it takes me all the way back. I don't even remember, about 2003 Pocono in the Cup Series. Denny Hamlin, I think he won his first ever Pocono race on his rookie season. Basically, they're like, "How did you do it?" And he said, "Well, in 2003, I just saw the trees and figured out where my brake points were and my turn-in points." And so even then, but now, you get, especially the NASCAR stuff. iRacing is so tightly niched with NASCAR. That's why we get all their updates every single time there's a change made. But like you go to the sim, and sometimes it's a Chevrolet simulator. Like, they have their own softwares for what they have, but then everybody else just on iRacing. And it's like you said, literally, it is how you get to where you need to be in the racing world is through this software here. So.
I don't think we ever thought that would happen that way that it is, but it is.
Right?
It's phenomenal.
Yep. You got like the butt kicker stuff that moves your seat around. You have things you can attach to your sim rig to make you feel like you're in the car, except for smells. You don't get the smells in the wind, but you get everything else. The feeling in the steering wheel, the feeling in the seat. It is just crazy realistic.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually approaching 40 laps to go. Believe it or not, this race has just been, shall I say, Jeremy, a blur? I mean, wow.
Yeah. We're almost 60 laps into this thing. Still no actual, like, full-fledged green flag pit stops. No, there was, right? Everyone's coming down pit road? Okay, I saw a lot of cars. I don't know if everyone had made that cycle, but I guess so, yeah. So that's the only pit stop. So pit stops are done. Apparently the caution flag man is somewhere in the grandstands, probably eating a cheeseburger, because we've had 3 wrecks and no cautions. So maybe he's at Dairy Queen. Maybe you heard us talking about it and got himself a blizzard himself.
Got a blizzard.
Could be the case.
Blizzard. There you go.
Whether you got a blizzard. But it's not wrong. We're going to be done before midnight. Usually we're on this thing till 1 a.m., but we're going to be hitting 12 a.m. East Coast time, and we're going to be in the post-race interview section, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah,
no, FF Dad, Mike
you're
not
exactly
too.
right. And Mike was chiming in. He was talking about, obviously, two-time Daytona 500 winner William Byron, and obviously, you know, iRacing. He did run iRacing, but then he moved into legend cars. But as far as any experience with NASCAR or anything like that, it was through the sim. It was through the sim world. And Jeremy, you can now get wind simulators for your rig to simulate wind in the car. Unbelievable.
You know, I did say you can't get the wind in the smells, and as soon as I said that, I do know of a company who is getting hands-on with a beta version of the iRacing code to produce a wind simulator. And so there's going to be testing that shortly, and I may or may
That's
not
phenomenal.
be partaking this year. I'm still in the works, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fake wind to start the thing. And I think some of the setups that are being produced with it come with a window net. So like it's just crazy. You can get an iRacing iFlag unit or any type of digital LED system that produces the lights that are on the catch fence. You get the realistic feel in your seat, the steering wheel. Now you're gonna have wind. The spotter sound realistic in this iRacing UI now. It's just so crazy how close it is. Might as well sitting in the actual car.
A little cloud cover over the racetrack right now as we continue to watch these drivers work their way again through the tri-oval. It looks like nightfall settling in here at Virtual Kansas. The lights are not on. This could be a track that could allow night racing, but it is a daytime race here. It's just very cloudy.
No, actually, in qualifying, we are at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, so it is going to be okay. So it is nightfall.
Yeah, we're past what? We're at a half hour. So sessions should be at 7 o'clock roughly, 7:15.
There you go. I feel like an idiot.
Well, you had no idea. You were at Domino's.
I was on the side of the road.
Well, that's the problem. If the pizza wasn't in the car would have not had enough
guys,
weight.
I'm telling you, man, it's been a crazy week, man. I mean, not just one car with a check engine light, two, and then getting repairs done, and then just the week, and then rain, and you know what really sucks? Having your car being worked on while you're in the rain as well, too. That happened on Tuesday.
I want some of your rain, sir. Florida's been in a dry spout for about a month now.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This coming Sunday, we're going to be at 90 degrees, and we've not seen rain in
wow.
4 weeks.
So that first big spurt of warm, hot weather hits Florida, huh?
I ran my sprinkler system for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think, a couple days ago. Just trying to keep the brown out of my yard a little bit. It's still crunchy dead grass right now. Where's these April showers bring May flowers? Florida has not seen that. Not right now, not this year. Usually I rely on April to water my grass for me, but they ain't happening in Florida.
Nonetheless, this race has had no caution flags. Let's take a look at the race summary so far of tonight's event for round 4 of ARCA Northwest here at Kansas. Green flag. It started the race less than 35 minutes ago. 35 and a half minutes to go, to be exact. There has been no cautions, no caution laps completed, 7 lead changes. And, of course, that race summary presented by Virginia811.com, reminding you to dig with care. As now you see the 21 of Tyler King. He is in the 12th position. Ryan Bay still in the lead as the laps continue to click towards the home stretch. By the way, Ryan Bay, if he wins, will be the first repeat winner of the year. Yes, Devin West won Daytona. Ryan Bay won at Phoenix. Last week's winner was Chance Crum at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway. And now here at Kansas to wrap up the first 5 weeks of the season, or 4 weeks of the season, my apologies. Right now, Ryan Bay, Jeremy Stanley trying to go 2 for 2 in the series if he can pull it off right now as we are approaching 30 laps to go.
Well, look who's less than, or now exactly 1/10 behind. That's the 55. Dan West Jr. He is on his tail. And they pitted the same time on that 49. So they have equal set of, one car in the wall right behind him. Massive amount of contact. But here's the 55. Great run. Dips the nose just below on the inside. Get that air, puts downforce on the nose, allows the rotation of the car. Doing a great job. Look at him again, about a half a car length down. But doing what he needs to do to help the car rotate. And right now, Ryan Bay has been stuck to the top. He is not very versatile in his line. And it's allowing the 55 and a couple of these guys to stay at bay. But right here in this part of the screen, this part of the track, 46 Bryceman leading this charge. This is third on back. 6.5 seconds from first and second back to third. It's a huge gap, but there's a lot of good racing right now through here.
Yeah, there certainly is, and just continuing to see this progress, if you will, down to the end of it. By the way, aerial coverage of tonight's race presented by iRacing on LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Did you get the graphic back? He did. He got that graphic back. Jeremy, we're rocking and rolling so good. We ain't even took a break yet. Not since we came on the air.
I think we need to pay some bills.
We'll take a quick break. If something happens, we'll break in, but I don't know if it will. We're at the finish of this one here, and Ryan Bay leads them at Kansas. Stay with us.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass. We're back here at Kansas, and we are actually at the home stretch of a caution-free race tonight here at Kansas Speedway. Along with Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Over 30 ARCA cars in round number 4 of the Northwest at Kansas Speedway have rocked and rolled and rumbled around the 1.5 miles, and it has been caution-free. Ryan Bay and Dan West Jr. continue to play cat and mouse for the lead of the backstretch.
It's races like this to where I wish I was inside the race and I could do an in-race report. Well, look at this. The 55 crossing over. He squeezes him. Man, barely gets Ryan Bay cleared off of turn 4. And for the 8th time this evening, lead change to the 55. Dan West Jr. takes it over. And he's already 2+ tenths ahead of the 29 as the outside lane been very favorable for Ryan. But, you know, when you run up there, tire wear kicks in a little bit quicker. 55 has been more versatile on the inside and outside, so he probably has a little bit of fresher tire. Now he's got the clean air, but also the 29 now has the draft. So
That's
it's gonna be
right.
fun to see if he can recover.
Right
Also,
now,
too,
as we approach the end of this one, man, obviously Dan West Jr. has put his car to the lead. Ryan Bay now foot back to second if he wins this race. Jeremy, if Dan West Jr. or somebody else wins, look at Sean Breitzman up to third. But here's the deal. West and Bay fighting for the lead. Breitzman and Garber and company, they're over 5-6 seconds back. The top 10 are separated by 10 seconds to the leader. That's Brian Barnes in the 4, with now closing in on 20 laps to go this time by.
It's funny how you mentioned third and fourth being 5 seconds back, but realistically, I don't know if you remember, but when I called it out 10 or 15 laps ago, Breitzman was 6.4 seconds back. 6.4. Now watch as they go through turn 1 and 2 here. They're going to be at 4.7. And then when they get to turn 3 and 4, the ticker really brings them in closer. So we're going to see a more of a realistic number now through 3 and 4. 4.8, 4.7, 4.6. So they've gained 2 seconds since 15 laps ago. I don't know if that's going to, you know, tell a story when it comes to 5 to go or whatnot, but they're slowly creeping into this picture. Let's see, 4.5, 4.4. They are gaining on the leaders. They are staying in line for the most part. As I say that, 94 Garber is going to say, haha, yeah, right. But they've been slowly gaining on these leaders as we approach nightfall now.
Yeah, man, wow. Nightfall is. Nightfall is working out. Look at this now.
Assistant
18 to go.
4.5, 4.4, 3. See, look, they're at 2. They've already gained 2/10 that last lap alone. So this race, it might not be all said and done just yet. As they're about to wreck each other off of turn 2. Look at that. They're about to wreck each other, and they're still gaining on the leaders. 4.1. Yeah, this thing ain't done yet. Unless they're going to run their tires out right now. But Breitzman controlling the top. Able to maintain that pace because he doesn't have any pressure. He doesn't have to change his lane. He's on top. He's by himself there. But
Gotta love it. Look at this up high, too. And here comes the sun back out again. So there was some cloud cover, even though it's late in the day, though, Jeremy. But now the sun's back out. And obviously, what will this do to these cars in the final 17 laps of the race? Because, honestly, Breitzman, can he get up there? Can he rally? Can Garber rally? Those are the cars in third and fourth. Can they catch Dan West Jr. and Ryan Bay?
Well, right now, he is mirror driving. And when you mirror drive, you don't hit your marks as well. So there is that. Oh, 94 is going to really check up turn 1. Now Breitzman can instantly get back to hitting his mark because now he does the mirror drive for the next couple laps rather. So 19, Mr. White going to look to the inside of Garber. Clears him momentarily. Can he clear him off of turn 4? Yes, he can. He's going to do so. The 94 is getting really tight. Which the 94 Garber, he's been running a very weird line. He gets to the center of the corner and then diamonds it downward, which really just eats up the right front. So his right front's probably a little overshot right now. Needs to cool that thing off some.
Want to remind everybody again, we are taking off next week with 15 laps to go in the ARCA race tonight here at Kansas. We will take off next week for both the Northwest on Monday and Thursday. We'll come back on Monday night, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo 2025. And that race will be for the Northwest Trucks at Kansas Speedway. Ironically, the trucks will be at Kansas on Monday, May the 5th, and then May the 8th, Thursday night. Jeremy, we're going to Charlotte. That'll be the upcoming weeks ahead for the ARCA and the Northwest Truck Series. There you go.
The Truck Series has pressure now. They see what the ARCA cars can do at Kansas. Caution free. Race is
That's
less
right.
than an hour long. Can the truck drivers do the same thing?
It'll be fun to watch as we move into the final remaining laps of this race. By the way, maybe one of the fastest races in history, I think. 46 minutes on the clock, and there is 12 laps to go. There might be races that are quicker, but I got to say this is probably one of the quickest races on record. Charles, am I right for LSRTV coverage? This race is flying.
Yeah, this is one of the fastest ones. I've been a part of probably something similar. Slinger Speedway, late model stocks. Those things, 12-second lap time. So I was like 150 laps, sure, whatever. It'll be an hour and a half or something like that. Maybe with a bunch of cautions. Nope. It was like one caution. The race took 45 minutes. And I was like, there's no way we just did this in under an hour. But here we are. ARCA, Kansas. Same situation. Oh.
Closing in on 10 laps to go.
Ryan
This time
Bay.
Bob in a battle for the lead.
Ryan Bay's got the lead again.
Got around.
I did
Dan
not
West
see that
Jr.
change. That must have just happened. He cooled off his tires. He had the draft. He just took the lead back this lap. So, yeah. Now the
running out.
55 Junior's going to have to figure this out. But he's got 10 laps to figure it out. And I think he's got a chance. It's going to be a pretty exciting two-car battle.
10 laps to go. And as you just said, pretty much duking it out here for the finish. We'll find out.
Ryan Bay needs to mirror drive. He needs to put his car right in front of the 55, take off all the air on that nose. It's got to really tighten up Dan West Jr. if he can do that. But it's hard to do that with Kansas because you have a spot on the track that you love to run. It's hard to stray away from that line. And so right now, turn 1 and turn 2, very mimicky, but turn 3 and 4 seem like they got a little bit of differences.
Yeah, very true. This one, for certain, coming down to the end. 8 laps to go at the line. Ryan Bay up in front. Leads the way. As time is running out, take your pick. Racing going on all over the place. Wow.
Look at this little battle here. This is, remember, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So 5, 6 car battle here, right behind your race leaders. They have stalled since they got to about 4.2 seconds back. So these guys are no longer having any contention for the race lead. Oh, stab down. Hits the wall hard off of turn 4. He's going to possibly lose this position to... Is this the 7? Yeah, this would be Johnson. Brett Johnson. He's going to pass him momentarily, and he's going to clear him off of turn 2. That wall is going to knock back Jeff one position there, back to P7.
Time running out. Coming to the line. It'll be 6 laps to go. This race has been... Oh, wow. Will we see a caution?
Yeah, he's on.
Not yet.
Oh, no.
Oh,
there it
Tyler
is.
Hope
No.
turns into the pack.
No.
And now you're going to see a caution.
Oh,
Kyler
he
Hope and
washed-
Sean Brightsman. Sean Brightsman was the 3rd place car that just got crashed with Kyler Hope on the front straightaway.
I hope he tried to lock the
Wow.
brakes down because I thought he had time to keep it below the track surface. Just like what we... Very reminiscent to Monday. No, he rolled up the
Sean-
track. He didn't lock
Sean
up the brakes till...
Brightsman, what a hit. Man.
No, I hate to see it, man. He rolled the car up the track and then he stabbed the brake after he got on the asphalt. Man, that's tough braking.
From another angle. This is on board, I believe, with Sean Brightsman. This will be hard to watch. Working off turn 4. Got Garber in front of him, and take a listen to the impact.
Oh, it's so blindsided. Oh my
Garber
gosh, the
threw
94.
Garber was holding him, you know, I don't want to say Garber did anything wrong. He was staying in his line. He committed to go high. When he went high, he was trying to miss the other car. Bam, Hope plows into the 46.
Yeah, Garber absolutely did nothing wrong. He just took the view away from Brightsman. And
yeah,
that is just a perfect storm for a disaster, for something like that to happen. But man, that lead gone for the top two. Everyone's now gonna have fresh general tires on their cars, and yeah, this is all of a sudden just gonna be a chaotic finish here.
Pitting, under 4 to go, got overtime coming up, and I got a feeling that that is what's coming up around the corner when we come back. A crazy turn of events, a race that was nearing under an hour to finish. A late race caution causes overtime to decide it for round 4 at Kansas, and it is next.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
We're back here.
Chaotic as ever.
The things we talk about whenever we're on commercial, everybody. Anyhow, nonetheless, we're getting ready for a restart. And Jeremy, they're still on the original scheduled distance. We've got a green-white checker 2-lap shootout to decide it here at Kansas. They could try to finish it under an hour. They could, you know, be nice. Come back to green. They got 3 miles to do it. Here we go.
4 green-white checkered attempts here. 1 natural, 3 extras if they need it. Great launch by Ryan Bay. This is going to help him tremendously, but everyone's got fresh general tires. Here we go. Dan West Jr. quickly up to the back
Here he comes.
bumper. He's going to give him a shot. Does not move his car.
He thought about it. He gave him a little bump there. Instead, Ryan Bay goes up high, opens the door to Dan West Jr., cannot clear him. Here they come to the line. White flag in the air. The CRN1 to go. Race is official. They're racing to the checkered flag next time by.
1 mile left here for the CRN1 to go. Top, bottom, who makes the right choice? Dan West tags the apron, comes back up the track, and to lose the momentum, Ryan's going to break the draft. What does Dan West do? Get into turn number 3. He's going to ride the top with him.
He's got to try to go for a slingshot move. He's got to do a crossover, Jeremy, but I just don't think it will happen. Here they come, 3 wide for third behind them, but Ryan Bay will come to the line. He will win his 2nd race of the season in the ARCA Northwest Series of 2025 here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Ryan Bay will now pick up his 2nd win, as I aforementioned. His first one 2 weeks ago at Phoenix. 2nd place to Dan West Jr. Chris White is going to hold on to finish 3rd, and the race will end under an hour's time. 55 minutes, 25 seconds to be exact.
And what a finish. Wasn't as chaotic as I expected, but still, Dan West Jr. gave it all he could there. Top, bottom, apron, gave it all. But at the end of the day, this man has led the most laps here this evening. Well-deserved victory for Ryan Bay. He wins at a short track. He wins now at an intermediate. Super Speedway and road course is the last two on the list. And here it is, a high five salute, and everyone's crashing on him.
The Northwest ARCA style high five salute. They crash, they smash, they bash, and they, of course, do it
Look at the
Northwest
debris.
style. That's how we have our post-race, right? No burnouts, no celebration. It's a crash demo derby. Ooh, Paulison, Stephen Paulison coming off of a win the other night. How about for Paulison winning?
This looks like your state fair bumper cars.
Don't you love it?
Crashing everybody, not just the winner.
Come on, guys, take him out, take him out.
He normally can't even turn his car. He's crashing the wall, having a party by himself. Look at that thing.
Look at that. That's
Look
the
at the camber.
prodigy. Is that Ryan
45.
Gormley, our buddy? Wow.
Yeah, going with 45-degree camber.
Look at the graphics, though, that they've done. Oh, here he goes. Oh, baby, there you go, the spin.
Yeah.
I got to miss the wall.
This is one of the tracks that got the all 3D artwork update, and it looks fantastic.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's a look at the results of tonight at Kansas. Ryan Bay, again, the only two-time winner on the series this year. Winner at Kansas and now Phoenix, or winner at Phoenix and now Kansas, I meant to say. Kind of the tracks are similar on the 1 mile scale, but he wins. Dan West Jr. goes second. Chris White, Chance Cromie won last week at Kern County. He'll settle for a top 5. How about the legend Frank Harris as well? Jeff Stabnow, Brett Johnson, Brian Barnes, Ryan Gormley, Tyler King, Jeremy, all in the top 10.
Yep, 11th on 20th. John Ottenbacher, Devin West, Troy Daggett in 13th, Stephen Paulison in 14th. The last person, I'm surprised, on the lead lap is 15th place Jason Lee. 16th on back, 1 lap down or more. That's going to be Ray Partridge, Kenneth Garber, Ryan Bloom, Sean Brightsman after that 4th place disaster, the only caution tonight. And Kyler Hope rounds out the top 20.
And there was about 30 drivers that took the green flag, including multiple laps down for these guys, including James Vining, the Cat Man, Dana Rogers, Paul Newton, Scott Hendricks, Hutchinson, Hunter Crum, Dennis Moore, Ron Hunter, Bryce Clark, and Carl Burke, the other driver from Winnemac, Washington, did not start the race in the 53. Race summary one more time. 1 caution. That was it tonight. There it is on the bottom, presented by Virginia811.com, reminding you to dig with care. Call before you dig. 1 caution, 3 caution laps, and of course, 9 lead changes. When the race ends, it is Ryan Bay, the winner. Jeremy, myself, Charles, we got post-race coming up next here in Kansas. Stay with us. Back here at Kansas Speedway, round 4 of the ARCA Northwest Racing Series in the books. And when it's all said and done, the race done in under an hour, 55 minutes, 25 seconds to be exact. And when it's finished, it is Ryan Bay. He won Phoenix. We didn't really get a chance to interview Ryan Bay at Phoenix because that was a delayed broadcast. But Ryan, we can talk to you this time, man. Congratulations. You are now the only 2-time winner of the Northwest Series of ARCA. Congrats, sir.
Yeah, thanks. This was a really interesting race. We were really expecting it to be single groove, and it majority was, but you could definitely make some moves on the bottom. It especially got interesting there once after green flag pit stops. We had like just barely enough, maybe not enough fuel. I don't know if Dan was saving as much fuel as I was during that second run to the end there, but that was going to be really interesting there to see which one of us would make it. Then that last caution came out and took 2 tires just to keep it safe and keep track position. It ended up working out.
I'll tell you what, buddy, this race means more than Phoenix. What's your take of the two, obviously, and your thoughts on being a 2-time winner for this Northwest ARCA program?
Yeah, Phoenix was great. It was a lot more close racing, especially the final 10 to 20 laps there. Super exciting. I've watched it back a couple times since that race. This race was much more about patience and attrition and saving your stuff. And it was all about not making little mistakes. I had some little mess ups that lost me the lead a few times, especially in that first run. And you just had to keep it clean. If you went into the turn just a little bit too hard, then you were in the wall and you were losing a spot or two. But it's awesome being a 2-time winner. Hopefully we can keep up that momentum and get some more for the rest of the season.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, Ryan, please thank your sponsors. Enjoy a week off. We will see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for the broadcast. Thanks to my family and friends for watching. Check out NYOOM.app for awesome iRacing stats website. Thank you guys.
Ryan Bay, 2-time winner this season, won Phoenix and now wins here at Kansas tonight in a race that lasted over only 1 hour, lasted under 1 hour, actually, I meant to say. Let's grab man that finishes in second spot, 3-time and defending Northwest Truck Series champion. And looking for that first ARCA Northwest win. Came close, Dan West Jr. Dan, you're taking this race, man. It seemed like you and Ryan were really kind of running away with this thing here.
Yeah, I think once we got lined up, we were both just being patient and not, trying to make passes on each other and slowing each other down. And I think that's what really paid off. Like Ryan said, it was just patience, man. It's just not making that mistake. The wall was just a complete magnet. I mean, once you got into it, it was really hard to get off of it. And I collected it many a times throughout the race. So unfortunately, that's what I think cost me the chance to really have a run at Ryan on that deal with leading it. I just got lazy and getting into one there and scuffed the wall, and he took advantage of that.
I'll tell you what, though, Dan, a lot of success you've had over the seasons in the Northwest for trucks and obviously Cup and even Xfinity. What's your take of the synopsis of this running ARCA car here?
I think it's a blast. The trucks obviously have an open set, so it becomes sometimes like a job to go race those, where these you can just jump in here and go and have fun. And there's some really good racers in here. Ryan is super clean to race with. I can name off 15 others. And so it's really fun to come in here and have a little bit different clientele than from the trucks. I mean, we have great racers over there too, but it's just fun to jump in here there's some really highly competitive guys in here that we don't normally get to run against.
All right, buddy, before I let you go, Dan, have a great couple of weeks. Have a great week off next week for both the trucks and ARCA. And before I do let you go, please thank your sponsors.
Thanks, Wesley. I'd like to thank Effective Web Solutions, LSRTV, all my teammates, Sean Breisman for putting this deal on. And thank you guys up there in the booth. Appreciate you guys, and congrats, Ryan, again.
There you go. There's the thoughts of, again, Dan West Jr. He'll finish this race in the number 2 position. And finally, let's grab Christopher White in the CW Media entry, number 19. You'll finish this race in 3rd. Chris, your take of tonight, and was you glad to see that late race caution to try to get a chance to try to run these guys back down to try to at least win, but you'll get a podium out of the deal?
Yeah, it was a good race. All in all, I think we had a really good car. missed qualifying. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. I was trying to get something to eat and missed qualifying and had to, unfortunately, start in the rear, I think 24th or something like that. But quickly was utilizing the lower line to take advantage of some of the passing to maneuver up towards the front. I wanted to make the lower line work because I didn't want to get caught up in the train up against the wall, like Dan was saying. You know, when you get stuck in the wall, you just can't get off of it, and it checks everybody up. And I just didn't want to be up there with them and get caught in anything. So I was just utilizing the bottom of the track, and it was working. I was moving up pretty quick, and then I got up into the top 5. And all in all, really good, really strong car, really fast car. I don't know if I would have had anything for the couple guys up to the 29 or Dan in the 55. And really good race. Finally get up here, get on the podium, get to talk to you guys. I know it's been quite a minute, a few minutes. Tough to do. These guys are competitive, you know, in the ARCA series and in the truck series. But it's a lot of fun to come out here. Certainly feels good to get up here on the podium.
Well, Chris, I tell you what, man, obviously we'll let you thank your sponsors and a good solid podium finish. You'll finish in the top 3. Got a week off and obviously getting ready to go to a track that I think you've had success at in the past at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Charlotte has been pretty good to me. A few tracks on our schedule has been pretty good. Indianapolis, I bet you, is probably my best track.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to Charlotte, getting back there and having some fun. The ARCA car has been great. Like Dan said, it's a fixed set. You can come in here and everybody just comes in and we battle hard. The truck, like he said, I'm backing up Dan here because it's true. It's more like a job to drive the truck, and it's a little bit more fun to come over here on a fixed set ARCA car and get out there and run with these guys.
Well, Bud, before I let you go, Chris, please thank your sponsors, man, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Charlotte. And, of course, for the Northwest Truck Series at Kansas, we're running Kansas in a week's time from here.
Yeah, certainly got to thank you guys, LSRTV, as always. Excellent broadcasts every week. Like to go back and watch these things. It's certainly fun. Try to see where I can improve, as always. You guys are doing great. Appreciate everything you guys do. See White Media, my photo media stuff that I do. 2025's kicked off. I was out at Grace Harbor this last weekend, and I was able to capture some IMCA modified stuff and some 360 sprints and limited sprints, and looking forward to the rest of the year with what I do photo media wise. Got NASCAR ARCA Menards and NASCAR Xfinity stuff coming up in August, and we'll get to meet Kevin Harvick as well up at Evergreen in Washington when he comes into town to run late model. So looking to get some good photo media throughout the year. So yeah, check out cwhitemedia.com.
Heck yeah, that's pretty darn cool right there. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Chris White. He will finish in the number 3 position. Dan West Jr., the runner-up, and the man that is a 2-time winner in the ARCA Northwest Series at the end of round 4. Phoenix winner, now Kansas winner. It is Ryan Bay getting it done here tonight in a race under an hour, 55 minutes, 25 seconds with a checkered flag at the end of 200 miles, 100 laps here today at Kansas Speedway. Quick reminder, your home for sim racing is taking off next Monday and Thursday. We return on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, with racing action for the ARCA Northwest Trucks. The Northwest Trucks in Season 12 will be here at Kansas. Then ARCA Northwest from Kansas goes to Charlotte. For everybody on the ARCA Northwest, for John Adenbacher, Jeff Stabnow, Sean Brightsman, all of our crew, for Jeremy Stanley, Charles Wooten, I'm Wesley Outland. Good evening, and thanks for tuning in.